Welcome back, part 2. So let's get this slab laminated up then. So I'm going to do it on the bench. Bench has been oiled, so any glue will come off. I'm going to put a couple of bits of wood across. These are 4x2s, and if you're laminating up, I'm just going to do it all in one. I ain't going to mess about. So it's you want to double check that you're not going to introduce any twist. So I'm just going to check it for wiring. That's pretty much perfect. Look, just a little bit high. Tiniest bit high on this end. Well, that's fine. It's good enough for an Englishman, as Mr. Sellers says. Let's put them to one side. We can bring her over. So these are the ones just dry plumped yesterday. So I get the clumps off. When I'm doing small glue up, so I'll use little bob. When I'm doing big slab laminates, I've got a big bob. It's got a bigger hole on it, and the glue comes out quick. Glue ups can always be a bit fraught, but as long as you prepare in advance. So I've got my glue roller and tray ready, handy up there. And plenty of tissue on top if I need it. I've got my old trousers on, got my apron on. Let's go for it then. I need to do the first one. That's going to have the glue's going to be coming from this one towards this one. Come on, you badger. Right then. Just a little bead, wiggly, wiggly, wiggly. Drop. Quick rub. I don't know if it's the difference between British PVA and American tight bond. Tight bond seems very runny, watered down. So when I've seen American glue ups, it's yellow liquid running everywhere. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. There we go. these are 1.5 inch thick. So if it was a thicker piece of wood, I would go along the edges and put some glue along there as well. Just a wiggle in the middle. I'll do these ones. So rubbing them, just spreads the glue. Doing laminates in winter is a bit tricky as well. I'm in the cellar and it doesn't freeze, but we've got a cold snap coming for Christmas, so I really wanted to get this done before the Siberian air gets here. So it'll have plenty of time to dry and cure. And I'm fast, but I'm not that fast. And then last one. There we go. Square. I'll do. I have left the bit, all the pieces quite long, so there is a bit of room for trimming later. Important to check your clamp square as well. Beautiful. There's not a lot of pressure. If we put too much pressure in the middle one, it'll have a cut. So I want to avoid that. So then we can just start. The lower ones. Just check for square. Now we can just start doing a bit of boshing. Start cranking it down a bit more. Just even as we're going along now. Square you. Not too bad. Round again. That's good. Very good. Rid of that. I mean, there are, I can see some light under them. But only little bits when it's planed off. Final. Which one are you? That one. So these are 3-foot clamps. The wood's still at the point where the glue's still wet. You don't have long. Right then. Happy with that. cleared my landing space. Clear the deck. Right then, so I don't know if you can see her over there, underneath. So let it dry now, give that a couple of days. And it's about 7-8 degrees Celsius down here. I don't know what that is, an old one. So there we go. Tidy up time. What can I use? Got an old scrap somewhere. Yeah, it's full of shavings. Brush off. Oh, yeah, it's dipping. That's the lamination done then. So what I'm going to do next is do some selection of the 3x2s for the legs and cut them to length. The legs are going to be 32.5 inch long. So I'll pick out the best wood for the stretchers as well. It's a bit extravagant having three 3x2s laminated together, I think. Well, we'll see. I'll select the timber for the legs, cut them to length, and then we'll see what we've got left. I don't think we're going to have enough for laminating three 3x2s together for the stretchers, but I've got some tricks up my sleeve which I can show you. Right then, now kids, I'll see you in the next one.